South Carolina State University is requesting more than $200 million in state funding for 5 major capital projects to replace outdated facilities. News 19's Nijah Hood has more.
In a presentation on Wednesday, University President Alex Conyers requested $209 million in funding to replace 5 buildings on campus. The largest sum of money, $54.7 million, is being requested for the reconstruction of Turner Hall. It's one of the oldest buildings on campus, with wings up to 95 years old. He says this has created infrastructure and air quality issues, which is affecting the university's recruitment and retention.
Say that our students can survive 4 years in these buildings, but we have faculty and staff who've been in these buildings for 17 years, 20 years, some longer, dealing with these conditions.
According to Conyers, it's been 30 years since the university received a full state appropriation for a new academic facility. They are also looking to use the funding to bring the facilities up to par with American Disability Act requirements by installing elevators.
For students, if you have an injured leg or another problem that limits your mobility, getting up the steps in the Miller F. Whitaker Library is an issue. They're just not conducive for people with disabilities.
Other projects include $40 million to replace Staley Hall with a health and wellness facility, $30.3 million for a new library, and $45 million to replace the Smith Hammond Middleton Memorial Center with a convocation center of a larger capacity. In response to historic underfunding of HBCUs across the country, Conyers says the vision is to modernize the campus to make it more competitive with other colleges.
And we know at this very time in history, if South Carolina State University ever has a chance to get close to where we need to be, it's now with this historic amount of funding available to be allocated throughout the state.
For Street Squad Orangeburg, Nijah Hood, News 19 WLTX.
Well, last year, the university received a record amount of capital funding, including $20 million to expand its student center and $10 million to renovate Truth Hall. It's a residential building on campus.